Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of TriboNet. My name is Manoj. Today, let us learn about scanning electron microscope. A scanning electron microscope is an advanced microscopy tool that overcomes the resolution limits of the optical microscopes by using electrons instead of light. SEM have been commercialized for about 40 years. Since then, the SEM has been developed for various applications. SEM is used in fields that deal with observing the features of specimens in micro and nano-sized particles. Here is a representation of a SEM by Hitachi. The definition of SEM. SEM is an advanced electron microscope that is used to observe specimens by irradiating the fine beam of high-energy electrons on the specimens. The variety of signals that are emitted from the surface of the specimen reveals information about the specimen. Information such as external morphology, chemical composition, and crystalline structure of the specimens can be obtained from the technology. The data that is collected from the surface of the specimen is generated as a second two-dimensional image which describes the spatial variations in the surface properties of the specimen. Here in this figure, we can see the schematic representation of the scanning electron microscope. Working principle of the scanning electron microscope. SEM works by directing a fine beam of high-energy electrons onto the specimen surface, generating various signals that reveal its properties. The electron-specimen interaction produces secondary electrons, backscattered electrons, diffracted electrons, photons, lights, and heat. Among these, the secondary and backscattered electrons are mainly used to form images. The former showing surface morphology and the topography, and the latter highlighting the compositional contrast in the multi-phase samples. Here, again, it is a working principle of the scanning electron microscope. The components of the scanning electron microscope. First, electron gun. The electron gun is used to produce the electron beam that mostly uses the thermionic emissions from the cathode source, that is a tungsten filament. The filament is heated to a very high temperature of 2800 Kelvin, and the emitted thermoelectric is focused through a metal piece which acts like an anode. This is done in order to focus the current to electron beam at the desired point. Condenser and objective lens. These lenses are used to enable the adjustment of the diameter of the electron beams. A condenser lens helps in strengthening the electron beam and adjusting the diameter of the electron beam when it passes through this lens. An objective lens is used to focus the electron beam onto the specimen surface, and it determines the final diameter of the electron beam. Specimen stage. This acts as a supporting base of the specimen which stably supports the specimen by moving smoothly in vertical, horizontal, and rotational ways. Again, here it's a schematic representation of the scanning electron microscope components. Secondary electron detector. This is used to detect the secondary electrons emitted from the specimens, and it is placed above the objective lens. Magnetic fields are utilized in detecting the secondary electrons. Image display and recording. The output signals obtained from the secondary electron detector are amplified and sent to the display unit. Initially, cathode ray tubes were used for the display units. However, now the liquid crystal display is being used. Recording of these images is obtained in digital format. Vacuum system. The electron optical system and the specimen chamber should be in a vacuum condition, and hence the components are evacuated by diffusion pumps. In the case of an oil-free environment, then turbomolecular pumps are also used. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the scanning electron microscope? First, advantages. The image processing and data analysis of the topographical characteristic of any material specimen is very easy in the case of SEM. Using the different techniques such as the backscattered electron beam technique and diffracted backscattered electron techniques, then various information such as crystal structure, orientation, and chemical compositions of the specimens can be obtained. The disadvantages of the SEM includes the sizing of the specimen, which should be fitted inside the specimen chamber. The specimen composition also plays an important role, as the specimens which oxidize at the low pressure or the specimens that are wet, such as organic materials, cannot be determined in this technique. Also, the material should be electrically conductive or conductive coating in order to analyze the data. These are the references for the information provided in this video. In this video, we understood what is the introduction to scanning electron microscope, the definition, working principle, components of SEM, and the advantages and disadvantages of SEM. Thank you for watching this video, and to get more details on the topics related to tribology, follow us on our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel on TriboNet. Also visit our website on www.tribonet.org.